This week's episode is all about geographic farming and real estate, where Janine and Mondai and I break down what geographic farming is, how we do it, and more importantly, why we do it. So if you are interested in learning how we go about serving our community and how you can do the same and thrive in your business, this is a very good episode to listen to. Hope you enjoy it.
Well, welcome to this very special episode because not only are we doing a Halloween themed because Halloween is tomorrow, but you get the home selling team. This is episode 94, and we're going to be talking about something that is very near and dear to our hearts, and that is geographic farming. So my co-hosts today are Mr. Ryan Hatcher, aka Maverick.
Pete Mitchell.
That's what he calls himself, right?
Yeah, Maverick is his call sign.
Yeah.
His name is Pete Mitchell.
And then my other co-host is Mondai, aka Wednesday, which is so fitting. Love it.
Great.
That is fun.
Hello, everybody.
This is going to be fun. So before we jump in, for those that are listening that are like, what is she talking about, geographic farming? That is basically what we do. That's our method of building our business. And essentially what it is hyper-local, community involvement, consistent marketing, and really serving our communities. So we each primarily focus on the neighborhoods that we live in. Ryan also has an additional neighborhood that he serves. We are number one in each of our farms. And we've done that by consistently pouring into those neighborhoods through marketing, through community events, through our giving back opportunities. And we obviously are a little biased, but we think it's the best way to build your business and build a business that lasts, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a million ways to do real estate, right? And I just despise the idea of cold calling or, some of the traditional ways. And what we find, we talk about this all the time, when we actually have clients to transact with and help, it's much more enjoyable because they already know us. Hopefully they like us, right? And they trust us because they see the evidence of the success that we have in that neighborhood. Yep. So we're the market expert, right? Yep. So it's just a different transaction too.
Yeah, I was filling out a form the other day and they asked me like, what's one of the greatest compliments you've ever been given? And I said, when I meet new people and they say, I know who you are and I love what you do for the community.
That's awesome.
Exactly. There's a lot of giving back to what we do, and I love that. It's more of when I see the community and people in our community, our neighbors, our friends, once they're having a great time at an event or they're meeting other people, because we're also connectors.
Yes.
So I love that connection piece with connecting people with other people. That's what really builds a neighborhood.
Yes.
And the word gets out that with connections, your neighborhood grows and people really want to come and take part of that, those fun activities and meeting other people, because a lot of communities out there, there's no one to bring everybody together. So I love that we can bring people together, but it makes me happy and us happy that we see others enjoying.
Oh, it's the
alongside
best.
us. So.
Well,
You had a compliment too, sorry Ryan, from somebody the other day where they live in a neighboring community to yours. So your farm is, you want to say what it is?
Correct. So my farm is Barney Farms.
Yep, and Ryan, you farm.
The Bridges and Legato.
And then Power Ranch.
Right.
But what was the compliment that you got Monday?
It was, so just this past weekend we had a first annual casino night. And this is where we brought in professional dealers, professional tables. We had our fabulous photographer Ian filming for us and taking photos and videos. But we had it catered, so it was a professional event. And we capped it. We went a little over the cap, and it was just a great event where the community, it was fun.
Yep.
People met each other. They were able to get to know one another better. But it was something that they're looking forward to next year. So we had a neighbor who was out at an activity with another neighbor across the street. And the neighbor said, hey, I saw this fun event, and so they were like getting a little FOMO.
Yes, they said, we don't have that in our neighborhood.
We don't have that in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
So it takes someone who's passionate about building community to actually put the events together, to coordinate so that we can build that.
So here's the cool part about that. So you facilitated that essentially, right?
I had a friend neighbor
Right, but
So
you were
we
the driver.
partnered.
You're the one that started the whole concept, right?
Yes, there
Right.
was an idea. Yes,
And so, how much real estate did you talk about that night?
none,
0, right?
none.
Yeah, and that's what's so cool about it because it had nothing to do with real estate. But when they need something, they're going to remember you
Yeah.
because you
Right.
just helped them have this amazing
Yeah.
this amazing fun time.
Top of mind.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Go
And
ahead.
it does help with building our businesses because once we do have those connections and we help others with selling or buying property, those funds that we get from working in our community, they go into funds for providing other great events. So we do have great sponsors who help with, and in fact we had raffles, but a lot of those funds come from our own businesses.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. We're the ones that are backing it. I think
Right.
of all the different ways that you can lead generate. And I would much rather go and do a community event as my form of lead generating and relationship building than just calling on the phone. Because I hate when I get those solicitation calls and I don't want to be that for somebody else.
Right?
I want to talk about whenever I teach a class on geofarming, I always start with what are some myths around why agents don't? What do you guys think? Why do people think, oh, I don't want to farm? What are some reasons why?
The biggest one is it's not immediate gratification.
Yes.
And we live in a world where everything is like got to be super quick and the results have to be there or they're going to stop doing it. And how many times have we seen agents try to geofarm and they'll do it for 3 or 4 months and then they just pedal away.
Yep.
And you have to understand that for it to really kick in, it takes a good year, if not more. And just your example with that event, you're going to do that event once a year, right?
Right.
And there's so many other events that you do during the year. I remember it was my 4th year when the elementary school PTO called me. Because usually every year I would call them and we would, I would say, hey, how can I help? And we'd work some stuff out. They called me and I was like, oh, there we go. So that, it kicked in.
Yeah.
And other things were working too, but that was a big moment. I'm like, oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love that. So it takes too long. I think when you set out to farm, it's the long game. Kind of like what we were talking about yesterday in our meeting, right? Truly, the farming name is so perfect because you really are planting these seeds. And it doesn't happen overnight. You have to water it. You have to fertilize it. You have to invest in it for it to grow, right?
That's what I wanted to talk about. We're having fun because it's Halloween in these costumes, but we really should be in farming clothes because there's a lot of symbolism in that term. That's exactly what you're doing. Is everything that you do, every event, every door hanger, every door knock, every conversation in that neighborhood is a seed that's planted or is being nurtured by something else. And there's a season to plant and there's a season to harvest.
Yes.
And they're not the same.
Yes.
Right, and there's different types of seeds. So we do plant different types of seeds.
Yes.
We have community events. We also have charitable events in our community. So we are doing a food drive. Within Barney Farms, we've also, there's a community, there's a charity that I'm very, very passionate about. It's Jose's Closet. So with the casino night, we really did it in conjunction to get new PJs and blankets for the kids at Jose's Closet for Christmas. So every large event, I like combining that with a charity because we want to give. And there's neighbors in the community that they may not have the opportunity to give other than coming together as a community and partaking in those giving activities. So it's great to have things that we can provide to our neighbors as a resource where to give.
I love that. That reminds me, yesterday I had 2 neighbors from Power Ranch reach out to me because with the government shutdown, people that are on, I think it's called SNAP benefits, aren't getting their benefits right now. And now it's been over a month and it's starting to really impact people. And ultimately, it relates back to being fed. And so these 2 residents reached out to me and said, hey, Janine, we want to essentially create a food bank, and where if anybody that is expecting that and not getting those funds, but they're hungry and need food, they can reach out and we're going to have this food pantry, and then we're going to ask residents if they would donate to it to help them out. And I'm like, I love that. And I love that they thought of me to help them be a part of it, to help them spread the word and all of that.
So just yesterday I was at the House of Refuge because I was helping the elementary school with their food drive before ours kicks in a couple weeks. And the guy there said that they're getting a lot of people from the public coming
Yes.
because
Yes.
of those benefits that are not
Yeah.
happening. And not just the residents in the program,
No,
but
I
other
know.
people.
I told House of Refuge when we had our meeting, they told us that
Hmm.
they can't keep food on the shelves because of that. People coming outside. So I think this year more than ever, our food drive is going to be so
Yeah.
important. And it's awesome that not only do we get to be a part of it, but we get to facilitate that and we make it easy for our neighbors, right?
Yeah, I definitely want to spend some time talking about events in general
Yeah.
and this one in particular. But are there any other reasons why?
Some other myths.
Yes, why?
What do you think,
why people
Monday?
don't do
Some
it?
other myths.
It's time. It's a lot of time. It takes a
Mm-hmm.
lot of time to coordinate and get the word out with activities and events. It's just a lot of. So we do newsletters.
Mm-hmm.
We do. We run Facebook group pages, and all of that takes time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, with being at the events
Yeah.
and coordinating, we're not only at our events. We're with our HOA events
Yes.
too, so we
Yes.
do support our HOAs.
And the schools.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
So our elementary schools within our community. So I'm very active with our KMBE, which is the elementary school that's alongside Barney Farms.
Yeah.
I think another big one is they think it's going to be very expensive.
Yes.
The
Right?
expense.
Yes.
And how you started was very inexpensive because what did you do? What was the first thing you did, remember?
I did black and white flyers. I stapled a rubber band to the corner, and then I personally went out and delivered them to the neighbors.
With a little baby in
a
tow.
little baby pushing my
Yeah.
son in a
Right.
stroller. I went out super early in the morning and would deliver those, and then I'd go out later and I would door knock with a different flyer in a different section. So, working with my title company, they were able to help with printing the flyers. But yeah, help offset that cost. So it doesn't have to be expensive. It's going to be more of a little bit of that sweat equity, right?
Right.
The biggest thing though, I would say is the idea that you send a postcard out or you deliver mailers and you should get somebody to call you right away.
Right.
And that's not how this works.
That's not how farms work. Right? You can't just plant a seed and then tomorrow expect to have some corn.
Yep.
Right.